Hey, parents of Spanish 2 students, my name is Maestra Bonkowitz. I have these three pictures up here because they are the countries in which I studied. I first studied in Mexico as an undergraduate student for a semester. I spent a summer in Spain while I was already teaching, and then I went back to graduate school and spent a year in Costa Rica. If you see me, you'll notice that I'm always wearing sunglasses. So at parent-teacher conferences, I always have sunglasses on even though it's at night. It's because fluorescent lights give me migraines, and the sunglasses are an easy way to mitigate that issue. So I'm always in sunglasses. And now that I'm wearing sunglasses and a mask, I don't even know if my students know what I honestly look like. ¿Por qué la maestra usa lentes oscuros? Porque sus estudiantes son brillantes. I do have amazing, brilliant students. And the shoes, if you see me at conferences, I am in tennis shoes because I have shin splints. So between the sunglasses and my tennis shoes, what a combo. I often get the question, is it Miss Bonkowitz or Mrs. Bonkowitz? It's Miss. I'm a consecrated laywoman with the Apostles of the Interior Life. And that means that I'm like a sister, but I live in the world. I take the vows of poverty, obedience, and chastity. And this picture is on my day of consecration. My beloved nieces and nephew. All right, an overview of Spanish 2. August and then the first part of September, it's a review of the grammar learned from first year Spanish. In Spanish 2, once we start in October, we start to learn the preterite, and then in April, we learn the imperfect tense. We spend a good chunk of Spanish 2 on preterite because there are so many verbs that are irregular in the preterite tense. And so we put a lot of emphasis on that and spend a lot of time. Our vocabulary includes vacation vocabulary, movies, museum, concert, clothing, shopping, market, and grocery store vocab. There is an expansion of food vocab from Spanish 1, and then taking a trip on a train. Handout, ways we learn a language. You'll notice that right underneath this video link is a handout for ways we learn a language, and we talk about that the first 2 days in Spanish. To remind them that you don't have to understand everything I'm saying. In fact, that would be an unrealistic expectation. But there are strategies that you can use to help understand what I'm saying. So for example, we listen for cognates, we watch my actions. What do I have on the board? What are other people doing? And then, if need be, ask the teacher or a dictionary. So those are on page 1 of that handout. There are different ways, different strategies to learning a language. On the second page are good study tips overall, no matter what class you're in. I really encourage them to take risks that only really in the language classroom you have to take a risk, and no matter how funny it sounds, no matter how uncomfortable it sounds, you just got to put yourself out there. So take a risk, make a mistake, learn something new. Be brave, take risks, and allow the unexpected. Take risks. If you win, you'll be happy. If you lose, you will be wise. Speaking points, I'm sure you remember these from first year. I used colones. I think the first year teachers use either pesos or dólares or euros. I use colones, and they need 8 speaking points every 2 weeks. I collect them every 2 weeks. They're able to earn 2 extra credit speaking points each collection period. This category is important. It's only 10% of their overall grade. However, if they don't have any points in there or very few points, it can drop their overall Spanish grade an entire letter grade because there are just so few points in that category. So it's really important to stay current with speaking points. Online homework, conjuguemos. Again, I'm sure you're aware of this from their first year Spanish class. For me, conjuguemos is due at 9 p.m. I always give 2 days to do it, and most times I give 3 nights to do it, so they'll have 3 different nights, and I encourage them to plan ahead. Do I have a game coming up? Do I have to work? Make sure that gets done ahead of time. Students may retake quizzes 79% and lower. This is a good practice, not just because it raises their their grade, uh, but they're reviewing the material and and hopefully solidifying that material so that when it comes test time, they'll be able to do well. In the language department, whether it's Spanish, French, or Latin, we don't allow test retakes. We hope to catch the problems that they're having when they're taking quizzes and get that remedied before they actually go ahead and take the test. There is before and after school help with myself or with National Honor Society tutors if they need to tutor more on a regular basis. The National Honor Society tutors have been a great source of help. Please email me with any questions you might have. My email address is karen.bonkowitz@piusx.net. Thank you for being here online and for supporting your child. I look forward to an amazing year with him or her.